Good morning. Welcome to Ports and Palaces podcast. It is Wednesday, November 19th, and today we'll be talking about how to book activities for your next Disney cruise. Good morning, everyone. It's Kirsten. Chad is taking a little bit of a break this week because we are going to do just a quick little overview on how to book activities for your Disney cruise. Now, we have done a how to do online check-in for your Disney cruise. Make sure to go check that out on our show. But today is all about booking activities. So I get this question a lot because people say the Disney Cruise Line is secretive in kind of what they book and not. The reason is that what is offered changes when you're looking at each ship. So they don't just give you a blanket, here's what's offered, because it could change based on sailings and based on ships. So today we're going to kind of talk about what to expect when you're doing your booking. Now, the first question is, where do I do this? So first, you can do it on the app. This is actually my preferred way to do it. So when you go download the Disney Cruise Line app, you're going to load your reservation, and then at the bottom there will be something that says plans. That's where you're going to be able to book. If you are someone that prefers to do some booking on the computer, you can do that through the Disney Cruise Line website, and then you would log in and click My Reservations, and then you would see your reservation there as well. You click it and then go to My Plans. Now, once you do that, everything's going to look blank. So up until your booking night, you're just going to see like what port you're going to each day. It'll sometimes tell you when you're getting on or off the ship. So like for Castaway, it'll say, all ashore 8:30, all aboard 4:30, but it's not going to say anything until the magic midnight at Eastern time when everything rolls over and then you can book. So you can book based on your Castaway Club status. If you are not a new cruiser, you probably already know this, but we're going to go through it for everybody. So if you are Pearl, which means you've booked at least 25 sailings, which is congratulations to you, you can book your activities 123 days prior to sailing. Platinum can book 120 days prior to sailing. Gold can book 105 days prior to sailing. Silver can book 90 days prior to sailing. And new cruisers can book 75 days prior to sailing. Now, don't forget that you have to be paid in full to book. So if you are a Silver Castaway Club status person and you can book at 90 days, well, paid in full day is also 90 days. So you would not be able to book until you have paid in full. Same thing goes for Gold, Platinum, and Pearl. Even though you can book at 123 or 120 days, you still have to be paid in full before that paid in full day of 90 days prior to sailing. So don't forget that. You cannot book until you're paid in full. I also did not mention concierge. Concierge runs a little bit differently. At 130 days prior to sailing, you will contact shoreside concierge, and they will help you get everything set up. You will get emails from them prior to. So I didn't mention them because you don't really have to do any of this actual booking stuff of your concierge. Now let's talk about you're on your booking day. It's midnight Eastern, so a lot of people that are at Disney World think, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. because of Disney World dining, Disney World lightning lanes. No, it's all in the night for Disney Cruise Line. So at midnight Eastern time, you are going to either refresh your app or refresh your webpage if you're doing it on the computer, and all of a sudden that My Plan screen will have a plus sign that says Add Reservations, and then voila, you're ready to go. Now, the reservations don't just load all at once, so you're going to have some sections. So there's going to be spa services, onboard activities, adult dining, and port adventures. So everything is going to be kind of tied into those 4 activities. Spa services is pretty self-explanatory. So that's going to be your rainforest room. So if you want to do a full-length package to be able to go to the rainforest anytime during your sailing, that'll be under spa services. Your massages on board, your manicures, your pedicures, all those things, Hooks Barbary, the facials, things like that. All of that's going to be under spa services. Onboard activities is going to be your Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, your adult beverage tastings, your royal tea, your adventure tea, your Olaf's Royal Picnic, things like that. Your premium adult dining is going to be your Palo brunch dinner, your Remy brunch dinner, your Remy dessert, your Lumiere brunch dinner, all those premium adult dining. And then your port adventures are only going to show up on the days of port. So if you're looking at an at-sea day or like your embarkation day, which is going to be always the first day you see when you're doing port adventures, it's going to be grayed out because there's no real port adventures because you're just getting on the ship. So when you're looking at port adventures, you need to actually be on the port day that you're looking at. Now, that goes into some pro tips here. So click on day 1, then click on your activity choice, and then change your dates. I find there's less scrolling that way. So take, for instance, I think I want to do Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique on our at-sea day, and our at-sea day is day 4. I'm not going to scroll on the plans all the way to get to day 4. I'm going to go to day 1, click add activity or add plans, then choose onboard activities to find Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and then click change day and go to my at-sea day. That's just, to me, less scrolling. It gets me where I need to be faster. The same thing works for on the computer. You just would do clicking and not scrolling. If you're looking for port adventures, go find your first port day, click port adventures, and then change your day from there. It's just a whole lot less scrolling for me. That's just a little pro tip on how to navigate quickly, because obviously if you are booking at this time, so are thousands of other people. They're all booking at the same time, so time is of the essence. So we've kind of talked about what you can book. So spa services is going to be the rainforest room, your manicures, your pedicures. It's also going to be your massages on board and at Castaway Cay. So even though you're saying, well, it's Castaway Cay, it's a port adventure, it is a spa service. So make sure you're looking in the right spot for your massage. Those will go quickly. Again, onboard activities is going to be your Royal Court Royalty, your Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, your Pirates. But then there's also things like your photo package. So if you want to get a photo package, make sure you're on day 1, clicking just one person in your party. So if you have a room full of 5 people, just pick one person in the party and then reserve the photo package that way. You don't need to book for everybody, and it actually will not let you. So just book one person, and then that's the photo package for everybody. And then you can also do your Shutters photo sessions. Now, the Shutters photo sessions don't usually book up. I wouldn't say that those are something that's super popular that you need to book first. I'd say prioritize your Bibbidi Bobbidi, your Palo or Remy Lumiere's things, and then your Royal Court Royalty. Those would be the things I would focus on first as far as priority. Shutters, the only time I've ever seen it book up early is like for Alaska, like the glacier viewing day. A lot of people want Shutters that day, but for the most part you can book Shutters even on board if you needed to. Some pro tips. A lot of people want to do pirate night makeovers. Super fun, super recommend them. You might want to call DCL prior to booking to know when pirate night is, because that's when the day that you're going to get pirate makeover. So if you know exactly that your pirate night is going to be day 3, then you don't have to scroll to find pirate makeover. You get on at midnight Eastern, you go to onboard activities, day 3, and then pirate night is right there. Just less scrolling helps your efficiency, so definitely something to think about. Royal Court Royalty is usually only on at sea days. So if you're looking for Royal Court Royalty, I would first go to wherever your sea day is. Try looking there under onboard activities. Sometimes it is open on like a non-Disney Island port day. So think Nassau or Cozumel, but typically it is only offered once a sailing and it's an at sea day. When you're looking for Palo brunch, Remy brunch, Lumiere brunch, things like that, they're typically only at sea or non-Disney port days. So it's not going to be open on like your Lookout Cay day or your Castaway Cay day. Remy dessert is usually offered opposite brunch days. So you're not typically going to see a Remy brunch and a Remy dessert offered on the same day. So if you're looking and you see Remy dessert, just know, look at the opposite sea or port day to look for your brunch. And then my last pro tip here would be get a travel agent that does that for you. Obviously, you can tell I kind of have the experience to know what days to look when to help my efficiency on time. That's something that a good travel agent should be doing. They should have the experience to do that, both personal and with other clients, to help you navigate doing this. And most travel agents do this for you, so you don't have to wake up early or stay up late to do this because they do it for you. If you don't have a travel agent, I'd love to help you out. I do offer onboard credit as well as helping with booking things for guests and also with online check-in assistance. So it's already rolled into your cruise fare. So why not use an agent? And then some FAQs that I get a whole lot. You do not pay for your activities at the time of booking. Pricing is added to your onboard account while you're traveling. So even though you're putting all these on there and it'll give you the price, you do not pay that until you actually do the activity. So it's just added to your onboard account. You can put a gift card on your account to help pay at a discount. So a pro tip is if you have a Disney Visa, put that as your account to get some of those discounts that are applied as a Disney Visa card holder. And then when you get on board, add a gift card to your account. Tell the guest services team that you want to use the gift card first and then use your Visa as a backup. I do it all the time, and that's a nice way to get the extra savings from the gift card, but still get my promotions that I use as a Disney Visa. For my over planners, you cannot overlap plans or book for linked guests on a lower Castaway Club status unless you split rooms. Let me go through that. So let's say you have booked a Remy dessert for 3 p.m. on your at sea day, and that's also the Royal Court Royal tea time at 3 p.m. You cannot book both because they're both at 3 p.m. to say, well, I'm not sure which one I really want to do. It will not let you. The system is also smart and knows, like your Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, if you have a 13-year-old that really wants to do it, that 13-year-old will be grayed out. You cannot book for that person. So the system is intuitive. It will not let you overbook. It will not let you book for guests that are not eligible. This comes into play a lot for like Port Adventures. So if a Port Adventure says age 5 to 75 and you're trying to book a 4-year-old for that spot, it will not let you. What I mentioned about a Castaway Club status. Let's say you have a travel party. You are a silver guest. You've done this before, but your family is coming with you in another room and they're new cruisers. You cannot book for the new cruisers. It's going to gray them out until their booking status. So a way to get around that is to split yourselves in your room. So take, for instance, we are going on a cruise with my family here coming up soon. And so we put Chad in one room, me in another, and have our new cruisers in the room with us. And now we're all eligible as higher level Castaway Club status members to book together. But if we had put Chad and I in one room and my family in another, we could not book for each other. So that is a way to kind of get around that. If you're listening to this podcast and you've already booked, you probably can't do then any kind of fixing of that right now. But think ahead for a future cruise. That could be a way to book for everyone at the same time. Another tip is that you can modify things around until 3 days prior to sailing. So you book some things, you change your mind, you weren't thinking you wanted to do any adult beverage tastings. Now, a few weeks later, you're like, oh, that sounds great. I want to do that. You can book and remove, modify, change anything that is an availability on the app or the computer up to 3 days prior to sailing. Once you get to 3 days prior to sailing, everything is locked down. You can't modify. You can't even call in and try to modify. It is locked in and secure for your cruise. Now, that does not mean that you can't cancel. So let's say you had a cabana that you booked that you really wanted, then you could still go on board on your first day and cancel that cabana. Or if you had something that you really wanted that you didn't get, you could still go to guest services on the day of and get on a waiting list for that. But there's just a window there when they're kind of taking your app from at-home services to onboard services, and that 3-day marker is when you cannot change anything. It's kind of loading into your onboard account. With that said, check your cancellation policies. So if you have a Palo brunch on your first real day, or what Disney says your day 2, and you decide you don't want it, and you go on the ship on day 1 and say, hey, I don't want this, they could potentially say, well, there's a 3-day cancellation policy for this brunch. You're going to be forfeited the amount. So do keep an eye on your cancellation policies. If it's something that you can't cancel on the day of because it's past that window, you probably need to decide before that 3 day prior to sailing if you really want it or not. Last little FAQ is that anything spa or alcohol related, make sure to add an 18% gratuity. It is not listed in the posted price. So when you're thinking about prices, because you can see the prices when you're booking, add that 18% gratuity. That's pretty much it for this podcast. Like I said, it was a quick and easy one, just kind of going through how to book activities. We are getting into the holiday season. A lot of people are wanting to cruise, and I'm getting this question a lot as an agent. And so I thought this would be a great way to, help my clients out. They can listen to this, but then also anyone that's in the same boat that is needing some assistance. This is a great podcast just to listen to the information you need, get it nice and quick, easy peasy. But if at any point you were so confused, you were like, what is Kirsten talking about? I am doing a live demonstration of this on our YouTube channel. It is posted in live. You can see me actually booking for a current cruise that we have. So go to our YouTube channel and check it out. With that, that'll be it for this podcast. I hope you found it helpful and easy to listen to. I'm Kirsten, also speaking for Chad. We hope you have happy travels from all your ports to palaces.
This podcast is sponsored by Ports and Palaces Vacations. Whether you are wanting to check out a new port along a cruise line or see the palaces of Disney and Universal, our travel advisors make your dream trip a reality. Your next trip is just a click away.